Hello guys, welcome back to the Beastie Room. We have got a really exciting day for you today. You would remember some time back now we done a video titled The Clash of the Titans, and that was the pairing of our Theraphosa T.stirmi. Now one of our girls has dropped an egg sac, and she did this about 45 days ago. So she's been holding on to it now for 45 days. And I've got to be honest, I've got really itchy feet now. I had originally planned to leave this egg sac with her for 60 days. Because being a big spider, they do take a little bit of time to develop and what have you. And I figured 60 days would probably be a good point in which to intervene. But now I am getting a little bit anxious, to say the least. And the reason being is because I have checked out. We've got a little camera on a bore scope. So we can sort of like peek in every now and again and have a look. And I've only done this once when she sealed the web up. So I just knew that I could take my date from the day I knew she actually had a sac. So that was the one time that I did use the scope to have a look. And then again today, just to check, because the reason being, she sealed the whole of the front of the burrow up, completely silk. And last night, just before bed, I came in and had a look, and she'd actually torn down some of the silk on the entrance to the burrow. And that got me a bit worried. And I was thinking, oh, is she going to eat it? Is she not? Oh, I'm very nervous, very nervous. So out come the bore scope camera again, and we had another little peek in there, and sure enough, she's still got it. So fingers crossed, all is well. But this has sowed the seed of doubt, and now I am terrified in case she eats it, or if it goes bad, we could lose the eggs. You know, we did do an egg sac last year from a friend of ours. He asked us to help out, and I took his egg sac, and they literally were just purely eggs. There was no development whatsoever. And it was a lucky thing that he did actually pull that egg sac, because out of 134 eggs, only 34 were viable. The rest all were bad. And if he'd left that with that female, he would have lost the whole sac. As it happens, he brought it here. We managed to save the 34. And we have actually still got 3 of them babies here ourselves, which we're growing on. So, with this little bit of background, we're very nervous. So what we're going to do today is we are now going to go down and have a look in that tank, and we are going to pull this egg sac. And we are going to see whether we made the right decision or not. So, fingers crossed everybody. Let's have a look, shall we? Let's get in there. We're going to leave the tank where it is, because it's a big old tank. So we are going to attempt to do it all down here. Camera lady's gone freehand with the camera. So what we're going to do now, we're going to be nice and gentle now, because we don't want to upset her. So I'm going to pop the glass out. This is the custom enclosure that we done. You'd have remembered when we done the build of this enclosure. Now then, if you look in here, you can see the entrance to her burrow. You can see where it's all webbed up. Now this hole here wasn't there the day before yesterday. So she's torn that down for some reason. We don't know why. So what we're going to do now, we are going to peel this piece of cork bark back and hopefully uncover her and retrieve this egg sac. This is so exciting. So exciting. Well, are we ready, camera lady?
Yes.
Right. Right. You're going to just move that there. Here goes then, guys. Wish us luck. I'm just going to pull. Can you hear that?
Yes.
That's webbing. Tearing. Right. I'm going to break this back here. Oh, look at that. She's kicked up all them hairs. Oh my God. There's the egg sac. There we go. Right. Try and put that all back. Right. That does feel heavy. Look at that. Now then, one thing to bear in mind is this is covered in Theraphosa stirmi hairs.
You're holding it.
So it's going to be a bit itchy. Okay, right. Here we go. Well, look at the size of that. And that is in fact quite heavy. That is monstrous. Oh. Yeah, look at that.
Heavy breathing from David right now.
Yeah. I'm just going to get a comparison picture here. Here we go. Now, one of the reasons we're so excited is because we've never bred these before. This will be a first for us here, and I am really excited. Right then, shall we get in there and have a look? Let's have a look. As always, remember we've got a top and a bottom to our egg sac. This is the bottom here. You can see how it's been folded up. It's absolutely incredible. I'm just going to tear this down. Now you may have seen there on the video that once we started breaking in there, she started kicking hairs everywhere. And they are all over the front. Oh dear.
We've got eggs.
We've got eggs, but it doesn't look like they're doing any developing. Damn. That's an awful lot of eggs. Now, we can see there is one bad one there, another bad one there, and we have literally just got eggs, which is a little disappointing because we were rather hoping to have seen some development. There's another bad one there. Now, one of the things we have to look for now is when we put them in our incubator, as you can see at the moment, they're all looking relatively round. And what they will do, if they are fertile, they will start to change shape and they will go more of an oval shape. I can't quite tell at the moment.
Do you wish you'd left it longer, Dave?
This is always the thing. Do we take it away? This has been 45 days, so we would have expected to have seen some kind of thing there. Some of these are actually looking like they have a little bit of shape about them, but yeah. Right, I think what we're gonna have to do is literally, there's a lot of eggs there, that's for sure. Now we have got another female that's waiting to drop. So maybe with her, we may just leave her to it and see what happens. See if we can see a little bit underneath the... Now they do look... They do look a little cloudy. Yes, I don't know. I honestly don't know. I think what we'll have to do is pop them in the incubator and we will have to see what goes on. One thing's for sure, that is a very, very, very large sack. And I think what we will do now is we will actually count these now and we'll see what we've got, and then we will we'll put them, we've got an incubator here ready, a nursery pot, sorry, and then that in turn will go into our incubator. But interestingly enough, we've only got 3 eggs there that look bad, and all the rest of them look really, really good. Now this is really the stage that we had the ones before, where the sack had a lot of bad eggs in it, and we had them at this stage, and I was very doubtful as to whether they were going to pull through or do anything, but we managed to raise the 34 that were viable, and we raised them right the way through to slings. So that was really, really cool, and maybe we can do the same with these. I would have liked them to have been at least eggs with legs. That's what I was hoping, eggs with legs. Yes. Well, we have a huge sack full of eggs, that's for sure. So, time will tell now. And all we can do now is put them in our incubator. We've got a nice steady heat in there all the time. Our incubator is sitting around about 80 degrees, 79 to 80 degrees, and it just cooks them lovely at that temperature. So we'll put them in there, and then we will just keep an eye on them, really. That's all we can do. The only downside to when we get eggs like this is when we put them in our pots, we have to manually roll them a couple of times. And I normally do this once in the morning before I go to work, and I do it again when I come home. And I might just do it just before I go to bed. I might just give them a little swirl around, just shake them up a little bit, and then we'll see. But yes, it's not a disaster just yet. It's not quite the success we were hoping for either. I must admit, when we pulled that out and it felt nice and heavy, I was like, oh, we could be good. We could be good.
Even you succumb to impatience occasionally.
Yes, yes. It's always a difficult thing. It's a difficult judgment call, especially when you have you know, sacks like this that can go a long time. They can go an awful long time with the females, and it's always a bit stressful because she could literally destroy it at any given time. She obviously seemed reasonably calm. It was my nerves that broke before hers, and it's also, you know, these are a valuable sack as well. So if you've got bad eggs in there and it turns the whole sack bad, you know, you stand to lose a lot as well. And there's just so many factors involved with these types of sacks. So we've learned something, you know. If we're going to pull them at this sort of stage, 45 days, then maybe we need to keep them a little bit warmer so that we can spur on that incubation a little bit. Or we just hold tight and we let them go. I think what we'll do now with our second female, she is actually being kept in a rub. So, which is something we're just experimenting with at the moment. It's not something that I've really liked in the past, but I've decided to give it another go with a few variations. And touch wood, everything's working out really well at the moment. And our female at the moment is really starting to web everything up. She's webbing the whole floor up, although she's not made a burrow yet. I'm starting to itch. And yeah, so she's not made a burrow yet, but her appetite is really good and her abdomen looks like she's fit to burst. So hopefully very, very soon she will drop a sack. And I think if we can just be brave enough, we might just leave her to it and see what happens. But we'll see a bit closer to the time. Right then. Well, we will keep you informed and stay tuned, and hopefully this lot is fertile and we'll get something out of it. So don't forget, be calm, be gentle, and love your spider. And I'll see you soon, guys.